Welcome to Jay's Daily Pre-Market Briefing for March the 27th, 2018, Tuesday. Starting off with crude oil today. As the arrow suggested, we did head up higher on crude oil. So we're at a key juncture now. We did challenge that 66.46. I think we will and still end up breaking that. If we do, expect 67.50 and then 68. However, for today, ideally, if you can get it, look for pullbacks into that 64.96. That should be the floor right now, and also a retest today of that 66.46 level. Those would be the two areas I'd be looking at for today for potential targets beyond 66.46. Watch that 67 level as well as 67.50. If we do get below 64.96, then maybe we've put in a double top, and then we'd be heading back down to 63. However, first we'd probably test in this area here, the 64.30 area. We'd probably test that before going further on to the 63 level. Looking at the Nasdaq doing as expected, broke through the 67.16 and the 67.68 level. We're looking at 68.72 now as the next target. So look for 68.72 as well as 29.75 for today. In terms of retracements, if we do come back down a little bit, then obviously 67.68 and 67.16 would be the most likely areas that we'd pull back to. I don't expect a pullback back to that quadruple six quarter at this time. So look for 68.72 and 67.68. Those are the two main levels to look for today, and the levels just above and below those. So 67.16 to the downside and 69.29.75 to the upside. Moving along to the euro. Euro today, continuing the retracement back up. So it looks like the 126.58 is in play. We got through that 124.755 quite easily. So for today, look for a retracement back into that 24.755, and if not, continued upside movement on the euro to test that 126.58.5, and then beyond that, look for 127 as well as 127.50. For some reason, we do get back below the 124.755. Obviously, that 123.36 will potentially be in play, but I don't think that's going to happen today. Moving along to Bitcoin. Bitcoin breaking through the 8,400 once again. We've got a close below 8,400 once again. We've tried to retest that 8,400. So far, not happening. So, as I said before, it's not a market that I personally trade or would be day trading. I'd be looking more for short-term swings, short to medium-term swings. In any event, resistance to the upside, 8,400, 91.40, 95.55. As long as we're below that 91.40 to 95.55 zone, you got to stick with the shorts, with your ultimate targets being 58.50 and 52.45. On Bitcoin, moving along to gold, you recall we talked about the rollover on gold. So on the June contract now on gold, we stayed above the 1354.6. We didn't get a close below that, and we're pressing above this 1359. So for today, 1368.2 is probably very much in play. I wouldn't expect 1381.1 today, but that's ultimately the target. If we do get back below 1354, look for a retracement back down into the 1340s, so 44.6 and 42.7. and then beyond that you'd be looking at 1329.2. Finally, moving on to the YM. YM, similar to the Nasdaq, getting that nice retracement upwards now. 124, we're above that now. So for today, look for a retracement potentially back into that 124 level, and to the upside, your targets for today, 24,739 as well as 24,929. I don't think we'll get to 25,151 today, but that's always a possibility. Back below 24,124, look for 23,827. TTI is having their free trial today, so check that out. Usually from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can come into the room, see what Simon's doing, and he's making some great calls, and it's a sound, consistent, and actually quite simple methodology once you learn the ins and outs of it. So check that out. Until tomorrow, trade well, control risk, and we'll see you in the next video.